Dudes, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be bringing the 92 F1 build to the dyno. This is actually going to be the second time the truck is going to the dyno. The first time the truck didn't even come off the trailer, and that's pretty much our fault because the computer system that we're running on this truck is MEFI4, which just means Marine EFI, and we thought it was OBD2 because we didn't know any better. So the tuner we went to, Dante's Modular Performance down in National City, he had HP tuner set up for OBD2 and he didn't have the stuff for MEFI4, so we couldn't get the truck tuned there. So spent all that time bringing the truck down there, and that was our fault because we didn't know what we had. But thank you, Dante, if you're seeing this, for spending the time to help us out to figure out what we had and what to do about it. Today we're going to be bringing the truck to Turnkey up in Oceanside. That is where the harness actually came from, and they have all the stuff for MEFI4. The reason we're going there and not back down to Dante's is because to do that we would have had to have bought all the software and everything, which was a good chunk of money. So it's worth it just to bring the truck to Turnkey and have them do it. So that's why we're bringing the truck there. The truck is all loaded from last time. It's pretty much just been sitting here since then for about a week under a tarp, obviously, because we don't want anything to get messed up. So everything's loaded, just got to make sure everything's still tight, and then we're going to head out and head up to Oceanside. Trip 1B complete. Got a little monster action. Rapid Car Tech. What up, dogs? That's what I'm talking about. Yo dog, what's going down right now?
Truck's on the dyno.
Just got here to Turnkey, unloaded the truck, and it got brought inside. It's sitting on the dyno right now, and one of the guys in there is setting everything up on it. The tuner is actually not here right now because he's coming up on the 15 to work, and there's a huge crash there right now, so he's stuck in traffic. So we're just waiting, but that gave us some time to look over the truck and make sure everything's good. What'd you just go and do on that thing?
We just onced over everything, and then I set the tire pressure on the rear tires just to make sure they're exactly the same, because one of the rear tires is leaking a little bit, so it was a little bit low, which wasn't good.
Yeah, so it just gave us the chance to double check everything. So we're just gonna be waiting now for a little bit. You excited, homeboy?
Yeah.
Yeah?
All good to go.
Yo.
Hopefully we don't have to change injectors.
We doing an interview, dude?
Yeah. Hopefully we don't have to change injectors.
Yeah, hopefully we don't have to. We're running the 46-pound injectors right now, but the dude already has a tune mapped out for another size injector, so we were talking about just moving to that size injector, but we'll see how that goes. So the next clips you'll see on the truck will be it on the dyno, so stay tuned. you and unlock and you can get in there.
I can, yeah, I have to change the ECU twice.
Yeah, so you can see when it's running.
I can see when it's running now. I just need a little touch up right there.
Fast forward a little bit and we are back at the house. The truck has been completely dyno tuned and everything is set. Before I end the video, I want to talk about some of the features that were integrated into the truck, and I also want to talk about the numbers that the truck actually pulled. Like I said, this truck is running the MEFI 4 system rather than an OBD2 system, and that just stands for Marine EFI. So this ECM and harness is technically meant for a boat style application or a marine style application, but you can run them in vehicles such as this. One of the main differences of running this is we don't have a mass airflow sensor. It's what's called speed density. So the map for this truck runs off the manifold pressure and RPM. That's where all the readings come from. When the truck was on the dyno yesterday, we actually went through 3 different ECMs. The first one that we had that came with the harness was locked, so the tuner couldn't even get in and adjust any of the settings. So we swapped it to another one that Turnkey had, and he could get into that one. And just for reference, the ECM in our truck is located right here. So he swapped in the second one, could get into that, but as soon as he started the truck, he couldn't see any of the information, so he wasn't able to tune the truck. So we ran around trying to see if there's a few different issues, and we eventually tried a third ECM and he could get into it fully that time. So this is the third one that's on this truck. Hopefully these things aren't that finicky, but after that, we're kind of iffy about them, so we'll see how this one holds up. Here's our official data sheet from Turnkey that we got yesterday. I'm not sure if this was from the last poll or one of the ones before it, because these numbers are slightly less than we saw on the computer screen. You can see we hit a max horsepower reading of 266 horsepower, and the RPM's not shown on here, but that was around 5,500 RPM. I remember seeing that on the screen. And you can see way down low, we have 328 foot-pounds of torque. So those are our kind of max numbers on the truck. A lot of people were guessing 300 or above, but I guessed 300. I think my brother was at 250, my dad was at 275, so my dad was closest. This truck, we knew it wasn't going to make a terrible amount of power because we are running 39s, which is a big tire. You lose a lot of power right there. And then all it is an LS1 with a cam, and that motor has been ran in other trucks, so it's kind of worn down a little bit. So we're happy with those numbers. The truck feels super snappy. We drove it just for a quick second. The next video you'll see on this thing is us working on it and actually taking it for a real drive, because the brakes on it right now are not the best, so we don't want to go ripping it if we can't stop. I think that's going to wrap it up for this video though. I'm sorry if I didn't film anymore in the dyno room. I wanted to respect their space and just let them work. And we don't know a whole lot about dynoing, so it's not like we're going to hop up there with the camera and act like we knew what was going on. So we just wanted to let them do their work and get things done. I want to give a thank you to everybody at Turnkey for getting the truck tuned and running great. If you guys like this video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.